Okay, Shalom to all my brothers and my sisters that's listening up on this video and that's watching this video. Okay, and I just really want to say this about the gang stalking. Not so much about. I'm not trying to give these people glory or nothing, man. But what I will say is, we've been learning throughout our whole life, man. It's been like a journey, man. We've been learning things, and the Most High been meeting us up with people, man. It's been it's unreal, man. And I've learned things from these people. I've learned things about myself. What we have to understand is the Most High is definitely in control, man. And we have to stop hasting and stop making it seem like we want certain things to happen real quick, and we really don't. That's why it says that blessed is a man that keep his patience. Because we have to wait on the Lord, man. Trust and believe me, man. These people, all they do is prove the existence of God. They prove the existence of the Most High. Hell, the Most High proves his existence to you. Okay? Why do you think all this stuff starting to happen all at once? Just all quick and all fast, and now all of a sudden, the whole focus is on Jerusalem. It's on Israel, Syria, Damascus, Iran. Somebody is focused on the Holy Land, right? And have you been noticing weird things have been happening to you? I'm not talking about the gang stalking. I'm talking about the supernatural things. And that also brings me to another thing. Dreams. We really, really need to pay attention to our dreams. Very much, man. We got to pay attention to our dreams, bro. We literally got to pay attention to our dreams, man. And I've had a lot, man. And that takes me to a couple of months ago. Okay. This is about a dream I had a couple of months ago, and it just crossed my mind. So this particular dream, okay, I woke up and I was walking outside in my neighborhood, right? I was walking outside. No, I was in the house. No, it started me being in the house, right? I was in the house. And it was like I was getting up off the couch because I heard this commotion of people outside, like. And I looked out the window to see what was going on, and it was a mob of people coming to my house. And it's like, as I went outside, I went to go see what they want. I'm like, I asked them, I said, what's going on? Like, what y'all want, man? I'm looking at it was a mob of people. And they looked like zombified, but they weren't zombie, their eyes, they looked like they were in a trance. But they were all like shouting like, get him, get him, get him, right? And I'm looking, I'm like, why all these people in my neighborhood, people I knew, people I didn't know, they all were around me, right? And as I went outside, they started to walk towards me, like trying to grab me, like they really want to turn us into authorities. I told us, when Jacob's trouble comes, it's going to be, these camps always say, oh, the white man, the devil. Listen, bro. The white man is not the. No, it's not Satan. Satan is Satan. You know what I'm saying? Satan is Satan. I can tell you that now. Hang on, hold on. Hold on. Okay. So, about this dream, as I go outside, okay, I go outside, and they were standing around like they were coming to basically capture me. Like, as I said, these were 2'3rds, man. I'm telling y'all, if you righteous, you were the 1/3, or if you were part of the 144,000, which is going to be the governing body of the 1/3, they know. They know you not like them. You ain't going to take the mark. These people, they're going to come against us, man. So let me go on with this dream, man. And they started to walk towards me, right? So I started to back up, right? You know how the apartment buildings, a lot of them be like real close together. So I started to back up, and they started to walk towards me. They started to crowd around me, so I started to run away from them, and I ran toward this building, right? They thought I was gonna run inside the building, so they started chasing me towards this building. So I'm running to the building. For some reason, I ran to the building. They thought I was gonna go inside. I ran up the wall. But then when I started running so fast toward this building, like, I looked at my feet. It was like smoke coming off of my feet. And like fire coming off of my feet. And I ran so fast that I was, you know how when you see the flash run, it's like I ran so fast. I was defying gravity. I ran so fast, I ran straight up the side of this building and left a trail of fire behind me. I'm like, what? And the people, as I ran on top of the building, I seen like a trail of smoke and like little flames behind me. I was like, whew. I ran on top of this building, and the next thing I know, I'm sitting on top. I turned around, I sat on the roof and looked down at them. It's like I knew what was going on at that moment. I was like, wow, I'm really doing this. So I said, well, wait a minute. And they were looking at me, right? Next thing I know, I heard a blood-curdling scream from one of these people, one of these women that was chasing me too. She let out this blood-curdling scream, and she pointed at me. And the other guys, they looked at me, and they started backing up. They were looking, and I like jumped to the ground. Right? When I jumped on the ground, I put like a crater around. I was jumping, and the ground said boom. And when I tell you, all of them started screaming and running. They was pointing at me, and they were hollering and screaming. I didn't know why. I believe that I looked like some type of a spiritual entity when I was doing it. I didn't look at myself. I couldn't see, but for some reason they started screaming, and I mean, this whole mob of people ran from me. And they were running. And then I jumped up in the air, and like, man, I jumped so high in the air, I felt like the Hulk. I jumped up in the air and jumped down, and they just kept running. Like, they was looking back horrified. And for some reason, this thought came over me that, hey, try to move that car with your mind. So first I tried a basketball that was outside. I tried to pick this basketball up in my mind. Guess what? I aimed my hand at this basketball like this, and I focused in on it, and this basketball started to float, and I floated towards my hand, and I caught the basketball in my hand. Like, I moved that basketball with my mind, right? And the other lady, she started screaming, right? And then I said, wait a minute, let me try this card. So basically, they were running, they were trying to get away and disperse out of the area because they knew I was going to kill them. But I didn't kill him, right? It was like something in my mind was telling me to kill him, but I didn't, right? So I seen this car. It's on the side of the street. You know how in certain apartments they got the little, the car was sitting on the curb. And I said, man, I can move that car with my mind. So I aimed at the car, focused on it a little bit. It started to move a little bit. I said, man, I'm about to pick this car up, man, and throw it. I focused on it real hard right there, like that. I focused on it again. Then the car started to levitate. And I did like this, like Magneto. I started lifting up the car, and then I dropped it. Then this lady, she let out another blood curdling scream. Like, I'm talking about, man. And after that, I woke up. So let me read. So see, this is the book of Malachi, okay? Right? This is the book of Malachi. I'm gonna read. It say this is the book of Malachi, 3 and 13. Right? That distinction of the wicked. Right? This is the distinction between the righteous and the wicked. Your words have been stout against me, saith the Lord. Right? Yet ye say, what have we spoken so much against thee? Right? So we was asking, what did we say against you, oh Yah? What did we say against you, O Lord? Right? Ye have said it is vain to serve the Most High. We said it was too hard. And what profit is it that we have kept his ordinance and that we have walked mournfully before the Lord of spirits? We was asking, what is it going to gain us if we going around sad and being afflicted and all of this and mourning and serving you? What is it going to gain us? And now we call the proud happy. Yea, they that work wickedness are set up. So they already set up. They set up to be evil. They set up to persecute us. The Most High is watching this on a live feed right now, up in the heavenly realm. On his throne, he watching this, laughing at them. Yeah, they got their bunkers. Yeah, they got their little rockets. They think they gonna blast out in space. You don't think the Most High, he got humongous chariots up there, about half the size of 20 states, about the size of like 20, 30 states. That's going to vaporize them. And he got thousands of these chariots. Right? And they got their bunkers up underground. They super duper rich. And they think they going to get on their jets and fly to these bunkers and leave us out here. And they going to just go down there and live out the rest of their days peacefully. No, he said that's going to be their tomb. Listen. And now we call the proud happy because they happy. Why? Because they rich. They got techniques to try to prolong their life. They be drinking baby blood, killing children, raping and murdering children, getting the energy off of them, right? Witches, blood sacrifices. They that work wickedness are set up. Yea, they that tempt the Most High are even delivered. So they not even dying. You like, I can't stand these motherfuckers, man. Like, why are we in this predicament? Why do they keep prospering? Why are we in this? Why our kids keep being taken by CPS? Why are we on drugs? Why am I so stressed out that you gotta smoke weed? You gotta get drunk You gotta smoke weed and get drunk. You know what I'm saying? Not just smoke weed. You gotta drink and smoke with it. You gotta drink and smoke with it just to try to, you know. Come on now. They don't hear me though. And they that work wickedness are set up. Yea, they that tempt God are even delivered. So we saying that, wait a minute, it's no harm coming to them now. But remember, the Most High is long suffering. He racking up charges against them. Then they that fear the Lord spake often to one another. Because we out here, we are speaking online to each other. We telling each other. We telling each other how we feel about all this gang stalking, this affliction. Then they that fear the Lord spake often to one another, and the Lord hearkened and heard it, and a book of remembrance was written before him for them that fear the Lord. Hold up. Stop. Who is these people? And that thought upon his name. Wait a minute. Not just because, oh, you thought you know the Lord's name. Nah, he said we thought upon his name. Right? And they shall be mine, saith the Lord of hosts, and that day when I make up my jewels. Oh, wait a minute. He said, you gonna be jewels? Jewels cost a lot of money, don't they? They very beautiful and precious, ain't they? You got to protect them, don't you? Right? And I will spare them. Hold up. And I will spare them. Hold up, man. And I will spare them as a man spareth his own son that serveth him. Wait a minute. He said, you going to be spared? You ain't going to die? You ain't going to taste death? You ain't going to taste that sting of death? Listen. Then shall ye return and discern between the righteous and the wicked, between him that serveth the Most High God and him that serveth him not. Oh, whoa. He said, now you're going to see. And you ain't noticed. Sometimes you can tell who serve the Most High. You can tell who don't. You know. It's like something about these people, about their spirit, even when they walk up on you. You even work, they at your job, you work around them. They might be trying to be nice and all that, but it's like they spirit, when they get around you, they something about you got that Ruach HaKodesh. That Ruach HaKodesh, it do something to their spirit. It slice them up. They come around you, they get to saying stuff for no reason. They don't even know why they said it. Those are demons, right? They demons. They manifest. Or they look at you a certain way. They don't even know why they looked at you. Those are demons. As soon as you go in there, everybody looking at you. It's like it get quiet. As soon as you go in there, it get quiet. Man, that's power. That's energy. That's the Ruach HaKodesh, right? Now let's keep going to Malachi 4 about that dream I just had. For behold, look, he said, come look. The day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. Hold on, he said, what's going to happen to the wicked? And all the proud, ain't they proud, ain't they, with all their money? They proud, ain't they, with all their money, all their power, they guns, they military might, right? For that day shall burn as he said, look, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. So it's like, ain't nothing gonna be left of them. Their kids wicked too. They're going to be burnt up. Nothing going to be left, not even a remembrance of them. But unto you that fear my name, here we go, shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings. Hold on, so any type of afflictions or poison that's in our body, this Son of healing is going to mend us and fix us from all of that. It's going to heal us from all of that. The Son, but unto you that fear my name, shall the Son of righteousness arise with healing in his wings. And ye shall go forth and grow up and leap as calves released from the stall. And this goes on to another day when I'm telling them, wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. I ain't done with this video, man. This Ruach HaKodesh is moving through me, man. Let me tell you something. Last year, right, and this was when I was in the world. I was smoking and drinking and stuff, right? But in the midst of that, the Most High was still dealing with me. And I knew he was. But I was kind of in the world, right? Now, listen to this. Listen to this story I'm about to tell you, man. Listen. It was in the summertime. I was going to I woke up, right? This is when I was smoking. I was going to the store, right? I don't smoke no more. I was going to the store, right? To go buy some roll-ups, right? I don't smoke no more. You know, I gave all that unto the Most High, man. But listen, as I was going to the store, I was going to get some backwoods, right? Now listen. It was like 9:30 in the morning before I went to work, right? So, you know, I need something. I'm working around demons. You know what I'm saying? It's like it was so bad. So I gotta be so high when I'm at work. And this is when, like, I had my locks in my head. My locks was long, man. It was like down over my face, man. So I get up, put my clothes on, walk to the store. It's like 9:30 in the morning, right? So I'm walking, right? And I noticed, right, as I walk, now I'm walking DC because I live in DC too, right? A lot of gang stalking. It's just this is the main area for devil worship too. I know it. But listen to what I'm saying. So I'm walking up the street, right, by the mailbox. As I'm walking, I noticed the sun, it started to shine right down directly on me. I could see the rays. It was shining down right on me. I could feel the rays of the sun hit my body. I could feel the sun like it was looking right down on me. Now, I'm going to tell you this. As I'm walking, right, I stopped. But the reason I stopped because something hit me. It was this energy. It hit me right in my gut, right? And I stopped. I was like, what's this? What's going on? When I tell you, it felt like fire was in my stomach, right? Now this fire, this energy, I was standing there, I'm looking around like, now listen. This energy is spread throughout my stomach, where my six-pack was. Because I was, for some reason, that Holy Spirit had me charged up. I was working out before that. But when I walked to the store, I ain't work out that morning. For some reason, I just got up. But as I'm standing there, right, this energy, this fire-like energy, right, it was like electricity or like fire. It was like warm, but it was like energy. So it was in my stomach and I could feel it spreading up throughout my chest, right? It was going up throughout my chest and I could feel it. It was warm, but it was like, it wasn't burning me. It was like energy. And it was so strong. I was like, woo! I'm like, woo, what's this? And it went up throughout my chest, up through my neck. I felt it. It was like, woo! It went up my head. It went all over my face. Then it went down my back. I was like, woo! And you know, a lot of times my equilibrium, it be off, right? this energy came in my body. It straightened my equilibrium up like straight. I was like a soldier. Man, the hell with a soldier. I was like some kind of warrior. And it went down my spine. It made me stand up straight. It made my muscles get tight for no reason. My muscles got tight. Right? I felt like somebody gave me some type of extra boost. And it was so much energy. It was like even my legs, my calf muscles started getting tight and springy to the point I started to like, I was like, woo, I couldn't stand still. I started to jump up and down, right? When I jumped, my legs and my feet were so springy. When I jumped real high, like it was springs in my leg. My calf muscles got tight, my feet got straight, and I stood like at an at ease like position. You know, I was like at a 10 hut, but it wasn't. It was like, Slim, my God. I was like, what's going on? And the sun also was just shining right on me, like the sun wanted to look at me. The sun had to see this. And I started jumping around in the spot. I started walking right then. I stopped. So something said, start running down the street. So I started jogging right. Then next thing I know, I took off like, I started running so fast. I'm running for like 5 minutes. And I'm running so fast, I can hear the wind blowing past my ears, right? And I can hear the dude in the car roll past me. He like, God damn, youngin', damn, you running fast as shit. He say, you keeping up with my car, damn. I heard him say, he looked out the window, he was like, the fuck? Man, I'm telling you, I had to stop because there was so much power in me. I was like, hold on. It was too much power. I was like, man, I got told. I said, Lord, I ain't know it was the Lord doing it. I said, I knew it was some type of supernatural connection. That was the Holy Ghost, man. I never felt nothing like that before. I said, and all day when I was at work, right, I noticed, you know, like when I came back, it was like a little thing, you know, it was like these little columns that be in our court. I ran down and jumped and ran. I ran off the wall like this and jumped. And you know, the guys that be standing around, the guys that be in the hood, right? Even some of the older guys was like, when I did that, the little parkour shit, I didn't even know I could do that. One of the dudes said, hey, damn, hey, look at youngin' right there. Hey, what the fuck, young? Come look at this shit, man. I overheard them talking. Even they was amazed. Dudes older than me, man. They was like, hey, who is this youngin', man? Right? So they was wondering about me. It was like, right? This little nigga be reading the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? So, now, mind you, DC is a very high area for devil worship, man. I know it. So, as I'm going to work, right, before I get like 8 blocks away from my job, I'm going past the little Jewish shrine and all that. You know what I'm saying? I get like 2 blocks from there. I'm walking down the street. I can feel niggas. It was like after I go in the house like 2 hours later. I was thinking it was like I left like 1 something, right, to go to work, and I got to work. It was like 2. But anyway, before I get to work, I get off and walk down by you know, I ain't gonna tell you the location, but I walked down 7 blocks away. As I get off the bus, I just decided I wanted to walk the rest of the way. Just try to switch it up. As I did that, I'm walking down the street. It was a light. I had to stop because it was my signal to go, right? Now I'm noticing I get this very strong feeling of evil around me. I'm looking around trying to pinpoint where it's coming from. Then I see this black SUV, clean, brand new SUV, with these two white guys in it with sunglasses on. They were like so stiff. It was almost like they weren't even human. And my attention was directly at this vehicle. Like, it was so much evil coming off of these two men. I don't even believe that these were men. These were men in black, man. CIA. I believe these were actually demons. Real actual demons. These were actual demons. So as I'm looking at this black SUV. For some reason, I knew that these were this was some type of evil force. So they turned the light, right? As they did that, they made sure I seen them. What they did was they turned where I was at, but they turned real sharp and real violent. They made a violent turn to let me know, like, yeah, we following you. So they turned the corner, went down 2 blocks, and turned right. Right? I ain't see them. So I made a left and went down by the recreational center. So then they turned the corner. As I walked down 2 blocks it was like 4 blocks away from my job. I walked down 2 blocks. At the second block, they cut me off at the corner. I seen them again. I say, oh yeah, they following me. But why? I ain't do nothing. I said, wait a minute. I say, could it have been that energy that they felt? They might have even felt that spike. And they said, wait a minute, let's go investigate this one. Nah, we can't have this. Can it be? I know this ain't what I think it is. And I'm like, so in my mind, I'm looking at these people like, bro, they following me. And so they pulled down the street as I'm walking. They slowed their car like at a pace as I'm walking. And it's odd because I see police cars driving back and forth. They not doing nothing. So whoever these people were, they had power over top of the police. So as I'm walking, I get 1 block from my job. As I'm walking down the street, I was on the left side of the street. They was on the right side, right? You know how it's 2 sides of the street where the houses at. So I'm walking down. As I get right at my job, you know, normally because like I work in a hospital and like I work in the ER, so I would have just walked through those double doors right there and went and clocked in and went in the ER. I said, nah, wait a minute. Let me investigate who the hell these people are, and let me see where they going or something. I want to know what the hell's. First I was scared, but then guess what? That the energy came in me again, and then all of a sudden I started getting bold. I was like, man, if they get out this car, I'ma light them up, man. And I had like a little mini sword on me too. I was like, man, if they get out that car, I'm gonna eat them up. And it's like they knew. So what happened was they pulled on my side. They bucked a violent U, and they turned on my side of the street. They turned around and pulled up on the curb next to me and stopped like, er. I was like, whoa. And they were just sitting there. They didn't look at me. They were looking straight. They didn't get out the car or nothing. They sat there like they was scared, but they was trying to scare me. But I said they could have done something, but it was the Most High that was protecting me. And I believe that was the reason, because that Holy Ghost came upon me. And all throughout the day, people were acting as I'm working, people were acting very weird. People were looking at me like strange. Doctors were looking at me like they were scared. They was very nervous around me. And I wasn't doing nothing but doing my job. I catch people just looking at me. Doctors and stuff, they were so nervous. that they'll bump into each other, dropping their notepads. Oh, sorry, but they're so nervous. They looking at me. They trying to get up out of it because I know half of y'all in there is witches. I know it. Y'all indirectly told it to me in my face. Like they don't say it. They tell you like, oh, say they little words or whatever. But I'm gonna just read Malachi, man. Say, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And that day cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness rise with healing in his wings. And you shall go forth and go out and leap as calves released from the stall. That's exactly what I did. I had so much energy in me. I was like, where all this power and energy coming from? When I ran, bro, I'm like the speed. I was like, whoa, where the fuck all this speed coming from, man? I had people looking and staring at me like, whoa. I was running so fast, my feet was lifting up off the ground, man. Right? And ye shall go and leap. You should go forth and leap as calves released from the stall. And ye shall tread down the wicked, for they shall be as ashes under the soles of your feet. In the day that I, the Lord, shall do this, saith the Lord of hosts. He said, man, I'm going to do this. And that was that wasn't even a spiritual, that was confirmation. Right? Behold, I will send you Elijah, the prophet, before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord. So this day is not a good day, man. He said before, he going to send you the prophet Elijah. He going to come back, right? And he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers. Or else I will come and smite the earth with a curse, man. Come on, y'all. Come on, man. I said, I said, Lord, I'm asking, like, what is going on? And that very same day, the next day I was going to work, right? I ain't really had no money, to ride the train. I had enough to go through the gate, right? But so as I'm going to work, I'm reading Revelation, right? And about the 144,000. I didn't know who the 144,000. I was just reading Revelation. And it came to the 144,000. I'm like, what is this? Who is 144,000? Right? Now listen. So when the train get off at my stop, right? It stopped, the little benches up on the train platform, the little benches that you sit out there and wait on the train. So my train, it stopped directly in front of these benches. As I get out on the benches, something caught my eye. It was a keychain. And then I went over to pick it up. It had some white guy's ID badge. He worked at some university. And it was a car keys to a Mercedes Benz. It had the little spinning thing in the middle. Yeah. And he had some other little cards that he had on it. And then it had a smart trip on it, right? So I'm thinking like, well, wait a minute, maybe somebody trying to set me up to get me in trouble or something. So I was on my way to work, and I was thinking like, should I take it or call the guy, or should I just take the smart trip, the bus pass, and just take it and just just keep going on my way? So I'm thinking real fast. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just take the smart trip, right, and just go to work on my way. So not knowing nothing. So I didn't check the smart trip when I went through the gate because I had my smart trip. I tapped it, boom, went through the gate. And I ain't think it was money on my smart trip. So I just, it led me through the gate. So when I went home, right, on my way home to the metro station, I said, wait a minute, let me see if it's some money on this smart trip, because I can use this to get back and forth if it is some money on there, right? Now, mind you, I didn't know it was a smart trip on there, right? Now, listen. So it's 11 o'clock at night, right? I'm walking to the kiosk, the little kiosk thing the little thing that you could tap the smart trip and see how much money on it. I went over to the machine, right, and first I tapped my smart trip. It had, it was negative $6, right? Okay, cancel. I tapped the dude smart trip I found. Now listen to this, man. I tapped the smart trip I found, right? After I read Revelation about the 144,000, right? I tapped that smart trip, and you wouldn't believe how much money was on this smart trip. It was $144 on it exactly. I was like, oh my God. I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, hold up. I'm looking around. I'm thinking somebody fucking with me. I'm like, hold up. What the fuck? There's nobody around me. It's nobody around me. I'm like, hold on. I said, no, this can't be. I said, what? I said, can it be? And I turn around. It's a car that got 441, 144 backwards riding down the street. I'm like, wait a minute. Hold up. I said, hold up. I said, hold up, man. Hold on, man. I said, wait a minute. What were the odds? And from there on, man, the fight was intensifying. So, man, and listen, it's you know, I don't mean to do this, but it's late, y'all. You know, it's late. You know, I'm gonna hit y'all with some more videos tomorrow, man. But yeah, man, I'm just want to share that experience. I said, man, whoa, man. I said, hey, I said, man. And then I had more dreams too. I gotta tell y'all, man. But hey, I just want to share with my brothers and my sisters and my other brother. You know, I told him, man, hey, if you got like an unction in your spirit to keep making your videos, brother, keep doing it. If it's gonna reach other people, keep doing it, brother. Keep doing it, man. But yeah, it's late, y'all. I just want to share these experiences with y'all, and you know, shalom, y'all. Shalom, Israel. Kom Yasharala. Thank y'all.